I require a virgin sacrifice. If I was in charge of Germany I would have won. Perfect. Viet Cong. Ambush Americans. Americans retreat. Viet Cong. You can run, but I'll still be in your nightmares. Galileo. The earth revolves around the sun. The church. Well, new ideas are fine, but they are also illegal. USA talking about freedom and democracy. USA spreading freedom and democracy. Britain. Hey colony, so we are gonna raise your taxes by a bit. You okay? America, how about you lick these American nuts? You'll ever heard of Jesus? No, but he sounds like a great addiction to our pantheon. We did it, we time traveled, but to what year? Let me ask that guy over there. Where are we, Hiroshi? Does your dog bite? No, but it can hurt you in other ways. Only 1% of ancient literature has survived. Something I've never expected. Japanese x-German. A Fentler Chan to a 10. Well, you obviously never heard of the Second World War. Jesus. Table 426 please. Waiter. But there are only 13 of you. Jesus. Yes, but we are all going to sit on the same side. Girls, we aren't that confusing. Also girls. America, you are going to be a democracy. Third world country. No, we are going to try communism. America. Sorry, but I wasn't asking. Europe isn't, has always been all about culture, art, poetry, peace and freedom. Literally every historian. When you were once the most powerful country in Europe, able to fight Russia and win, but everyone remembers you for selling iron to the Nazis. Me is incapable of lighting a fire in the summer with paper, firelighters, dried wood and a magic stick of flames. My ancestors who made fire in 5 minutes without shelter in the snow with wet grass and flint. Shame. Trotsky. I don't know if this economic policy is really what Marx intended. Stalin. The British were good to Ireland. Penal laws. Oliver Cromwell. Black and tans. Collusion in Northern Ireland. Internment. The famine. The moon landings were real. The moon landings were faked in New Mexico. The moon landings were faked on the moon. Is 4 million a lot? Depends on the context. British deaths yes. Indian deaths no. Philip 2. If I bring my army into your land, I will destroy your farms, slay your people, and raise your city. Sparta. If. Granny tells me about hardships of living in Eastern Bloc country under Stalin. Stalinists on the internet. Your granny lied. Soviet Union. I will attack Finland. Everyone. Poor Finland. They gonna get demolished by the Soviet Union. Finland. You'll watch this. Leif Erikson discovers America. Everyone. Unfortunately for you, history will not see it that way. Sweden when fighting Russia. Sweden when fighting Poland. Sweden when fighting Catholics. Sweden when fighting Denmark. Australia killed off the Tasmanian tiger, thinking it was attacking sheep, when it was actually the foxes. I'm sorry, little one. I see a small part of Europe. Fortune telling. I see you alone. And a lot of ethnic conflict. Jesus, that's a lot of ethnic conflict. Kim Il-sung dies. North Korean leadership. Our next act is a living proof that nepotism is alive and well. When you realize that in about 10 years America is gonna be celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Great Depression by having another one. Sad New Deal noises. When you tried staying neutral in both world wars, but everyone only remembered Switzerland being neutral. Cries in Dutch. Italians trying to play the victim after World War II. I'm a good noodle. I'm a good noodle. Some say that Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man. Some say it's Tom Holland. But deep down we all know that the CIA deposed the democratically elected president of Guatemala, leading to a series of authoritarian dictatorships and war crimes. When you also switch sides during World War II, But nobody remembers and everyone laughs at Italy for doing the same instead. Stealthy Romanian noises. I think a fight is about to break out in the subway I'm on.